Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request from Angel who wanted the Gundam Mark V in Amuro's Zetaplus A1 colors. I didn't have the white Amuro logo for the shoulder, so I substituted the Londo Bell logo, which I think, works fairly well in terms of, the contrast and all. This is before the Mark V's buffs, so it does not have the shield booster skill yet. As you can see, there is absolutely no thrust coming out of that shield whatsoever. It is just decorative at the moment. The Mark V was added before shield boosters were really a thing in the game. It was in before the first Hazel. So now that shield boosters are an established thing, they went back and added one to the Mark V so that it operates the way it would be expected to. Also, it has incoms, it has shoulder cannons, and it has hyper beam sabers, so it's fairly fast. It's got remote weapons, and it is otherwise, a very large, relatively swift raid. You can see the hyper beam sabers were enough to hit basically everything in sight and get me out of that the middle of that formation, which I was not expecting to exit alive, frankly. Which, never stops me from getting in the middle of them, but that's a different thing. And the Zaku 3 almost killed me, Zaku 3 Custom to be specific. It does have heavy attack. Was it the first heavy attack? Either it or the Red Rider was. I think it was. But, yeah, ow, I'm dead. And we are currently trailing considerably, but the round is not over yet. Matter of fact, it's barely started, which is why, personally, I'm not too worried about it. Also, I saved this for a reason, so, okay, yeah, scores coming back up, so hopefully it will be a little bit better from here. I'm going to throw out some support fire, get my mobile suit back, see what I can do. This is one of those situations where I often get myself killed, where there's basically nobody else on the field, and I call my mobile suit after, while I'm alone, more or less, after calling support fire. I've done that a lot lately. My timing has just been off, and I realized that my timing has been off recently in 650 fights high cost fights, because they also decreased the respawn time on high-cost mobile suits by, a good few seconds. So I think just the bad timing I've kind of been having lately is just kind of my, nothing conscious, but an internal timer that is not jibing with those, with that new respawn timer yet. So it'll take a little time to get used to, but it will happen. But no, it's just like, I just kind of noticed myself having that pattern, and I'd forgotten until just now that, yeah, I realized, oh yeah, shorter respawns. Why it had time to tackle, I don't know, but I also had time to tackle and stab, so it's about to die. There we go. But yeah, just, it's kind of, you play a game enough, and it's amazing the things you can take for granted and do unconsciously, and one of those is definitely, spawn in alongside your team. But, yeah, just, like I said, bad timing. Not in this round. So far, I think I've been doing okay with this one. But, yeah, I was about to say, I'm probably going to get caught in that support fire, which I'd rather not. Yeah, heavy stagger is the one that, regardless of your maneuver armor, regardless of anything else, it will stop you no matter what. If you have maneuver armor, heavy stagger may be reduced to a stun, but it will stop you. That is a mass production Cubile, I can tell, because I am a raid and I have type advantage, so. Also the big guns, but, just, you end up reading the reticles as much as the graphics sometimes. But, yeah, Cubile's out, Incom's got it. Zaku 3 is probably going to murder me, or maybe not, because the team is here. I don't think whatever came up behind me was expecting me to be ready with an attack. So hopefully it's not the only one that's not ready for me, because I'm going to try and kill the Zaku 3 Custom. And got it. Yeah, so as you can see, Mark V was not bad before the buffs. I think the buffs were warranted, and again, they make it more accurate, and I just accidentally knocked over an ally. Has very long beam sabers, and I just screwed that up, so it happens. But yeah, It wasn't bad before. It was just kind of, it's plain amongst the other 650s. It was the first thing with shield break stance mastery, but comparatively speaking, compared to having a shield booster or something like that, that wasn't the most exciting ability. Very useful in the right circumstances, but just, yeah, not quite as interesting as some of the other things that the other 650s can do, like, fly, use power attacks, all these other things that you can find 650s capable of. And again, incoms notwithstanding, this is just a fairly straightforward, maneuver armor melee raid with a shield. So it's that just yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a try with the new specs. I haven't really been able to do that yet. I might have run one round, but it didn't go well enough for me to really get a feel for the thing, I don't think. But it is supposed to, when using its shield booster, now have some of the, like, it might be the fastest moving raid in the game. So, really kind of looking forward to giving that a look. Yep, there's the mass production Cubile. So, we're in the middle of support fire. I, in particular, am in the middle of support fire. I shouldn't have tackled there, honestly. Really shouldn't have. But the support fire did, I believe, yeah, it almost killed the MP Cubile, and I was able to finish it off. We are getting a lead, and we are holding it. I'm not sure why I decided to lock in comms. I think I was trying to lock in comms on something else, and the base was just there. Yeah, you saw me swap to a different weapon. That may or may not be basic GVO2 knowledge, but in case it isn't, if you've got a heavy attack or a beam weapon or something charged and you don't want to use that charged attack, if you swap to a different weapon, it will cancel it for you. That Gustav Karl was using its active guard skill to tank my attacks, and luckily there were enough of us on it that it ran out of options. So that's pretty much how the game works to a certain extent. It's just like it's just like anything else. It's a game of committing resources. You put in, this much boost to this much, this many hit points to this, and eventually you just run out of options and get stabbed like that. But we've got 30 seconds left. I may have time to spawn back in and do something interesting, or I may not. Kind of leaning towards not, but I got an assist there, and so far the win looks pretty good. I think even if they kill the last two people there, the Ribawu and I'm not sure. I think it was, no, Dagdal isn't 650. Not sure what that was. But yeah, I think we'll still be in the lead even so. I'm still going to, jump in and see if I can do anything helpful. Because I'd rather not test that hypothesis if I can. Well, nope, we're not, or we are. It wasn't a problem. But, yeah, I wasn't going to get close to him. I was just trying to stun things for our allies. But, yeah, fall back for now was good advice. But, yeah, we did it, and I did 110,000 damage and 4,500 of our 15,000 points. So I'm pretty happy with that, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, Angel, because yeah, that was fun to do. I'm looking forward to giving the Mark V another spin with its new abilities. So that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! In all honesty, I was actually about to scrap this round and re-record it because of that patch, but luckily for me, somebody else just put in a request to see the Mark V post-patch, so that gave me since I had 2 Mark V requests, it made a good reason to go before and after with it. So many thank yous to the person who decided they'd like to see that.